Okay, in today's video, I'm going to focus on the West Coast Eagles, and I'm going to focus on just one area. I know this in the inner sanctum of the West Coast Eagles, there's many areas that they want to focus on to improve. But the one area I want to improve on is between the arcs, and particularly backward of centre, what they can do. Most of these clips that I'll show you against Hawthorn on the weekend came in the first quarter, and a high percentage of them resulted in turnovers and goals. So I just want to focus on really an area that they can focus on and improve to maintain the ball for a longer period of time. So let's get in the clips and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so in all this, I'm not being super critical at all, but I'll just give you a bit of an idea of what I think they need to improve on. Just a slight adjustment, or not a slight adjustment, but an awareness of players around them. So it's almost like they need to get back to playing handball games, have those awareness. So I show Liam Ryan quite a few times, and it's because of his pressure. And then when he puts on so much pressure, they win the ball back and they just kick it away. So I'll just go through the clips and I'll show you what I mean. So Ryan puts on an effort there, gets up straight away, back up. So once he was on his feet, back up, lays another tackle, he's there. Now Jaden Hunt gets it on the boundary line. Now I know, it's all in the midst of the game. I get it, I've played it myself. But it's just having an awareness of, then Jaden Hunt just puts on his boot and kicks it out of there and it goes out in the full. You just got to have a bit more poise, I believe, to then maybe give the handball back to Liam Ryan, and it might go out of bounds. They might have a stop play, but they do so much. Liam Ryan does so much work here for them to just bomb it back, and it's pretty much, I know they're trying to get yardage and stuff like that, but just to have a bit more poise, and I'll show a few more clips and you'll get an understanding of what I mean. So Jaden Hunt's ball goes out of bounds, and the Hawks, as they try and do, will try and get these 45. They'll take a risk, and they take a risk here, but look what actually unfolds. So they cover it, the Eagles, they cover it really well. So they force a turnover. Liam Duggan, great player. I'm not having a crack at him. I'm not having a crack at anyone on this, but he's a great player. I love the way he uses the ball. Bombs it. 1, 2. Hard to see for a left footer out there. I get it, but definitely 1, 2 players that he could use. Little hand pass, draw the next opponent, but Duggan gets it, kicks it in forward 50. Uncontested mark. So this happened so many times in the first half for the West Coast Eagles. So it goes deep inside, back 50. Duggan comes off and takes the mark. So he's having a look. That's good. He's having a look. You can see no handball release, which is fair enough. Hawthorn have set up really well. Extremely well. There's actually a player behind the goalpost there. They've set up here. They've set up here. So they've set up really well. So that's what the good sides do. Once the ball's in the air and they identify that it's a 2-on-1 in that position they were, and the ball is out of their area, they immediately spread to pick up. So they've done that really, really well, Hawthorn. But where the ball has come from is over here. So then Duggan is then kicking it back to all their numbers. But what I'm saying here is maybe use that little chip up lead. And then there's another play here. So there's no real threat from the guy on the mark, but he's just happy just to kick it back to where the ball came from. So what I'm saying is just use that chip up. Just use it. Why not? Try it. Then it creates run from behind instead of just bombing it to where the ball came from before. So the ball gets kicked out of D50, and it's a contest. Ball drops, Eagles win it. So I know he's a young player here, but you've got to have awareness. Don't just bomb it, because this goes to a 2-on-1 down the line. So even in, and this is what I'm saying about handball games. So you got coverage here. You've got the blocker. Come at the opponent to carry the ball. But this player, instead of him running on a 45 this way, all well and good if you want to get the kick, but actually come this way. So in so once he sets to kick, there could be a little chip kick here. But if he decides to run at the opponent, no doubt this player would then come on a 45 to get the handball receive. So it's just possession, time in possession. Instead of just the first half, a lot of clips I saw with West Coast Eagles, they get it, just bomb it. So they would do all the hard work, get it and just bomb it. Just need to have some poise, need to have some time in possession instead of being really gun happy just to kick it long all the time. And then they kick it, Liam Ryan's on his own, almost 2-on-1, and that turns over. So ball's on the Hawthorn's half-back line. Liam Ryan does a great job here just to create pressure. So chases Sicily, handball receive, and then nearly gets there. Uncontested mark for... So great effort by Liam Ryan. Uncontested mark here for the Eagles. So goes back, he's looking for the switch. No options, still looking, which is good. Needs to looks to his left, and then decides to pull the trigger. In this situation, it's hard because there's no options and you've got to go down the line. But where he kicks it is on a weak line. So a weak line is putting it into the corridor for an opportunity for the opposition to rebound. You don't want to turn the ball over close to the centre because the rebound for the opposition is very attacking. So the criticism here is the kick. The kick's got to come towards the boundary line, and you will see why. So you have a player here on the boundary line, player here on the boundary line. Battle ends up marking it uncontested. But if the ball comes in this direction, you've got two players that could, for West Coast Eagles, could lead to it, or it goes out of bounds, ball up, reset. But because it's down in a weak line, they just take an uncontested mark and away they go. So it plays into their hands. Bang. So it's in the Eagles D50. So this is Harley Reid not having a pot shot. By all means, not having a pot shot. It's all about education here and what they could work on. So ball in dispute, comes through, and he gets it. There's a free man there. Just give the hands, like a handball game. Don't be happy just to get the ball. You work so hard to get it back, and then just blaze it. Another uncontested mark. So brought Battle and Barras and Sicily and Weddle and all the half-back line players of Hawthorn in because West Coast Eagles were just happy just to get it and bomb it. So another contested ball. This is on the wing. So Eagles are going right of screen. They work so hard here to get the ball. So we'll let this play out. So it bubbles around a little bit. Great pressure there. Great pressure coming at the ball there. Now it should be either a hand pass here to Hunt, who then actually runs backwards. He runs this way instead of actually running like a handball game to eliminate Warple. Create that. He's not in his vision. So what handball games also teach you is to be in the vision of your teammate. He's out of that space at the moment, Hunt. In fact, he starts running backwards, which I don't understand why. He's a right footer. But anyway, so he's coming in, he's got the ball, and then instead of Hunt running in support, it's forced him to kick, but there's also play here that he could use as a hand pass. Instead, he kicks it on a weak line to centre forward and no one's there. and have pressure from behind. So what I'm saying is just grab the ball and take off. Take a risk. Bring that defender close to you, then give hand pass. Don't be kick happy just to get it on the boot and kick it out of there, because you're putting it back in the hands of the of the opposition. And teams these days set up so well behind the ball, especially when they've got the +1. So you've got to try and eliminate that by having the ball in hand. So this comes out of a centre bounce clearance. Great pickup. Once again, grabs the ball, just kick happy. So you've got a play here that he could have used going away from goals. So might not have been talk. Got to hear the voice, who's certainly in his vision there. Or you've got a play here, and he's even got his hands out trying to call for it. But then you're just happy just to put on the boot and bang once again. It's really easy. They're just really happy to get it and just bomb it instead of just a bit of handball chain. So Hawthorn's got the ball forward to centre. They're going inside their forward 50, and it's really good work rate from behind here from the West Coast Eagles. But the link-up chain going forward is what they failed to do, and not giving first give. So Amon has it here, and it's a great smother. Staying in the mark, staying present, turnover. So they've got the ball back. So hand pass, Jaden Hunt, good hands, takes that defender, which is good. Hands again, bit of a fumble, that's right, he's got time, takes the defender. Now this is where, no, just to Ryan, I think he's doing a great job with his, but just first give, because you've got 1, 2 out already. But what he tries to do is turn back towards this, and that plays in the hands of the. So when you're away from goal, give away. You want to give it to the player who's facing your goals, because you've got 2 players outside. Instead, he turns around. It should be just first give, and then it's all over. So it eliminates 1, 2 out, 3 straight away. So it just eliminates them. So just give first give. And when you're faced away from your goals, just give the hands. So Hawthorn's got it on their half-back line. Once again, outstanding work rate from Liam Ryan, but they then let him down for this hard work rate. So players that are working from behind, working in front, all this effort they're putting in, once the Eagles player gets the ball and bombs it, it's irrelevant. So you've got to reward, not only reward the unrewarded running, but reward the effort that they're putting in, that some of these players are putting in. So takes off, commits again. So puts pressure on, working really hard, still going, goes off again, so goes to Weddle as the receiver, which is really good work. So, and then he takes off. So then they get the ball back, and instead of giving the hand pass, he tries to get Ryan in the little dinky hit space. Understandable, but it's just a skill area here. You just take the first option. Don't be too cute. Try and get some confidence in and amongst the players to actually hit the first hit. And it tries to do the cute kick, and they cut it off. So just time in possession. Just give that hands, and then look at this player. Kick it on the fat side, goal. So it's a high ball, comes inside, and the Eagles win it back. It comes in really high, they've got numbers, they've got representation. Give the hands. Instead of going out, away from where all the traffic is, I know, I'm not picking on, just an example, gets the ball, comes back into traffic, and then instead of giving the hands, happy just to boot it out of there. And then all these players that have worked so hard to get the ball back and now have to turn around and go in defence mode again. So you're not getting any reward for the effort of getting it back, and then they win the ball back, Hawthorn. Okay, this play really sums up the West Coast Eagles' performance in the first half. So it goes to a one-on-one contest. It's on Hawthorn's half-forward line, and then they win it back. But just look what unfolds. So they get it back, hand pass. So good so far. They're taking skill error. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. You could throw a blanket over them right now. 1, 2, pretty much only one Hawthorn player. He wins it. Look at all the numbers. And then you wonder why. They got free. Watson ends up getting a free kick. Free. So not only are they not connecting with the hand pass, but once they try to go, they're all offside. So for my mind, handball games, they need to practice handball. I know Mini really, really well. It's no dig whatsoever. I'm here to provide my advice. But it just, little basic skill errors that are causing these turnovers. And there would have been 4 or 5 of these that happened the first half that all resulted in goals. So you just got to get the ball in your hand, time and possession. Okay, this is what I was saying before. So here's a couple of clips that they did quite well. So the Eagles switched the play. So this is the one I was saying about with Duggan before. So the Eagles switched the play. Looking. Comes at the kicker. Really good. So you've got representation here, which is really good. You've got movement. But just take that option. Lead. Really good. Really good. So just use that ball. Lower your eyes and hit up. Then another one deep inside their 450. Now this goes for a fair way, but at least they take the game on. At least they give the hand pass off and he takes it on. Has a crack. Hand pass. Might not look pretty, but at least they're having a crack and they're connecting with their hands. So these are the handball games. Still going. Look, now they've got numbers out. Because they've gone over all those Hawthorn numbers. They've taken the game on with handballs. Instead of just getting it and just bombing it, use your hands, work rate, get players running from behind. They nearly stuff it up here, but they have time. They have numbers running from behind, and then Liam Ryan gets it. And then this is just the last one. So West Coast Eagles are going right of screen. It's on the wing, ball in dispute, and I like this. From the big ruck. Just gets it and takes on the opponents. So in dispute, gets it. So but all in the first half, they would get it, whip around on their right foot, left foot, and just bomb it. This just takes ownership, grabs it, takes it on. Hand pass over, and then great forward, Waterman, just lowers his eyes. So by getting out of that space, instead of bombing it, gives an opportunity for the forwards to come at the ball. Great mark, by the way, slips catch. I think he ends up kicking that. But so the feedback there for West Coast Eagles is don't be happy just to bomb it. When you work hard to get the ball, have some numbers come from behind. Eliminate that defender by running out the defender. Give the hands. Get some time with the ball in hands instead of being happy just to get it and just bomb it and just get it out of the space. Actually use the hands. So whether that's handball games, which are always really effective, it gets your lateral awareness going, it teaches your lateral awareness in tight. But this is really one area. Obviously, there's a few areas that the Eagles need to improve on, but this is one area that I really want to see them improve, get better at, link up play, and reward the unrewarded running from behind.